Hello folks, and happy Saturday! Before we get to starting this video, I would like to explain to you why I've been inactive lately. This is the situation. College classes have been putting so much on my plate, and it's taking a toll on my mental health. But the good news is that I'll be wrapping up the semester in just a few weeks' time. You should also keep in mind that I make reservations for my videos. In the meantime, today's video is going to be exciting! Let's listen to the nostalgic and invigorating ringtones of the Samsung SPH-A920 on CMX Studio. Now folks, these ringtones all came from the SPH-A700, but the A920 happens to have the exact same set. The first one might seem a little annoying, and I call this, "Are you there?" The next one sounds more gentle, and it's called "Rise and Shine." The third in this list is "Elemental." The fourth one sounds a bit somber, and it's called "Tired Old Guy." Sorry, folks. I put that one on my Galaxy Note 10 Plus, but I added an extra bass line. The fifth one I bet you might recognize is what I call "Resort." It does kind of sound like Wii Sports. The sixth one is what I come to call "Rollercoaster Left." Seventh in the list is obviously "Intro." The eighth in the list sounds like a David Bowie song, "As the World Falls Down." Ninth, what kind of path did we just cross? There's that error again. It just cuts off there. And number 10, All I Really Want Is You. Yeah, I personally think 6, 7, and 8 were perfected. Now it's time for the melodies. The first one is listed as 3D Sound, but I call it Sounds All Around. Since this one is an AAC file, I will play it on Groove Music. That's crazy. The next one you probably might recognize, Boardwalk.
All right.
Wow. Next up is Mozart Serenade from Eine kleine Nachtmusik. Next on the list is Pomp and Circumstance by Sir Edward Elgar. Okay, I'm getting tired of that error. The next one is Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring by Johann Sebastian Bach. And I call this next one, Come On Down! Of course it's not from The Price is Right. The next one is another rock song, Boulevard. Okay, I'm kind of over that. Now pop. I call this one, That's What I Can Do. I know. Yeah, I'm sure you might have heard that one before. Now jazz, or Oh What a View. And blues, Dallas. And finally, we're going to end with the bonus ringtone, obviously not in any of the lists, but it happens to be the startup and shutdown sounds, Black Carnation. That's what I'm talking about! Oh, that was too loud. Alright folks, that concludes today's video. Before I leave, I'd like for you to comment your favorite ringtone in this video. Until next time, this is Sergeant Pepper 60 signing off. Bye-bye.